So Adam, what are some home safety tips you recommend?
Well, we know that house fires are some of the most common emergencies experienced by Canadians in their home, and many of these fires can actually occur in the winter months. A few quick tips would be sure to keep anything that can catch fire, like clothes or towels or anything, away from the stove or anything hot. At least 1 meter away would be ideal. Never leave candles unattended. And of course, around Christmas time, we know that Christmas trees can be very flammable, especially when they dry out. So make sure that you regularly water your Christmas tree. For any smokers out there, definitely don't recommend smoking in bed. That's a big no-no. And try to talk to children about the dangers of fire and ensure that they have a home escape plan that they're educated on in case there is an emergency in your home.
So what is the home escape plan?
A home escape plan is basically communication between yourself as a family and the children on a good meeting place and where you would go in the event of smoke or fire in your house. Making sure that everybody's on the same page and know that when you leave and evacuate your home, you should try to close all windows and doors to try to minimize that oxygen from coming in to make that allows that fire to grow.
I actually never knew that.
And also make sure that you always call 911 so the emergency services can respond as quickly as possible. If for whatever reason you need to open a door and that handle is hot, try not to open it because we know that there's something really, really bad on the other side.
Right. So Adam, give us some homeowner tips.
Some things to consider when it comes to fire safety in the home. But definitely make sure that you have a working smoke alarm on every level, particularly outside the bedrooms or even inside the bedrooms if you can.
Okay.
But also ensure that you have a fire extinguisher on every level too.
On every level.
Ideally.
Oh.
I'm guilty of not having that. Yeah.
I just got one. So.
Should there be a fire, it's always recommended that you can use an extinguisher if it is safe to do so. And again, particularly a small fire before trying to evacuate the home. Other things that are really important is to make sure that you have a carbon monoxide alarm in the home. That is required here in the province.
So you said smoke alarms. How long are they good for?
Typically, smoke alarms should last between 7 to 10 years on average. It's always good though to make sure that the batteries are in good condition. So by doing that, we would test that smoke alarm monthly just by pushing the button and hear it go beep, beep, beep. And we'd also make sure that we replace those batteries at least twice a year during daylight savings time.
Perfect.
So making sure that you have adequate smoke alarms, an adequate carbon monoxide alarm in the home, and a couple of fire extinguishers are definitely some strong recommendations for a fire-safe home.
Perfect.
Now another question I have for you is, for landlords, any tips for landlords who may have tenants in the property, whether it be high-rise or low-rise?
Always important to make sure that before allowing a tenant to come into the home, to make sure that you do have a working smoke alarm. Should you not have the ability to make entry into that home a couple times a year to check on that, it's important that the tenants understand the importance of fire safety and that they actually sign off that it is their responsibility to ensure fire safety in that home moving forward once you grant them that tenancy.